And we've got the Dolphins, leader at quarterback. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Dolphins and the Jets, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
They'll run for it with Achane. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. And these 2 teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the Dolphins with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep now here in Miami. Oh, first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side. When you talk about this Jets defense, there are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you. Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Fielded just inside the 20. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Lance got his man complete over the middle. That's Campbell. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 78 yards.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expect him to make a run and not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. This now a 3rd and 4. On play action, Lance. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So Miami coming out for their second drive.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Davis now.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Now a toss right side, H.M. with it.
Oh, good move. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they get themselves a 1st down. That toss play right, we know it's one of the successful plays they have in their arsenal, and they showed you why there.
And remember, in order for it to be successful, because it's a little bit of a slower developing play, those blocks at the line of scrimmage have to be kept, have to be held, so that the runner can get to the corner and turn it upfield.
A good pick up there at 22.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now Davis on 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Back to throw. Davis.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's H.M.
And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11.
Looking to throw. Davis. Touchdown, Dolphins! His 9th touchdown this season. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into a opening touchdown. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator on what he told us? Absolutely. With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 7-0.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Back on the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
2nd down and 6 now.
2nd and 6.
To throw, it's Lance.
That ball caught by Campbell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception he threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
On first down, Carmichael. And he is swallowed right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Lance. Got it open, man. It's Foster. You talk about this Miami defense. They've been a very good unit against the pass, defending the fifth best in the league.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. If they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the attack.
And meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted. And it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been two drops in a row with the picks. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Davis now, throwing on first down. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on second and 4.
And 4 at the 26-yard line.
Back to throw. Davis. This one thrown underneath to Achane. So the completion good for just 3. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Looking to throw. Davis. Working the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. And he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
36-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 12 yards there. The Dolphins have a first down.
They came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On first down, back to Achane. And they nearly sprung it that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Back to throw. Davis. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Amari Barno able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw. Davis. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 17.
Back to throw. Davis. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this will be out of bounds at the 1 here, the 12-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December early in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Throwing the gets the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jerome Baker gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Lance to throw it. Got Dobbs over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 3rd down and 6. Throwing now is Lance. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Jerome Baker. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
On 4th down, here's Presley Marvin on to punt. Taken in at the 22. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it'll be Dolphin football. Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you have a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
At the 27-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Davis. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he is going to lose yardage here. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Touch and get the net before he gets the first. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
The partner that locked the man coverage out left and ended up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Achane on the counter. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 28. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Here's Davis on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And out of bounds right around the 20.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Davis. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently. Davis to throw on 3rd down. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And that's
going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 18. The third down conversion successful, a gain of 11.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Up the middle, Ochan.
The result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Right back to Ochan on 2nd down.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Davis.
Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw to the defense. They have no answer for that right there.
Bunker on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. Pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, here's Bunker on to kick it away.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
And New York set to take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
And still 2nd quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a 2nd half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you're doing like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Lance now on 1st down.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop any like that one. 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Lance looking to throw it.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Where they set him down started. They need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again.
At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season. But some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably saying, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Well, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow. Memphis 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year not to take anything away from him. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
34-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
And he goes out right around the 39. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 5.
Back to throw again. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Looking to throw. Davis.
He's got his target. That's complete. He's still on his feet.
Big play there. His 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead. So 20-0 now, pending the extra point, and this place is jumping.
Yeah, you can feel it, can't you? You can also see it. You're seeing people in the stands now, excited, happy, high-fiving each other, and expecting this score to continue to mount.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 21-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together.
And the ball is knocked out.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. On the out route, Dobbs brings it in.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. And Lance now to throw.
And a completion to Wilson. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, New York.
And Lance going to throw.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will stay a 3-touchdown game.
I'd say that it's fair to say nothing has gone right in this first half for them. Even here, you've got a chance to at least get on the board. But that goes by the wayside. And now, this coaching staff, they've got to figure out some way to wake this team up at halftime to get them going.
The drive starts with a run from Achane.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. This taken in right around the goal. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Butker now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he returns this to the 22. New York ready to go again offensively. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late. That wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
3rd and 8. Now Lance. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's the Jets punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Davis now. And it is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now Davis on 3rd down. Pass to the sideline is pulled in. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Partner, still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
Touchdown, Dolphins! Jalen Waddle with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Partner, he has carried them in this ballgame, throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes this 35-0 now. Time for another drive here for this Jets offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Lance, and he's going to have the connection to Foster. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Jets.
Here's Lance. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
Miami set to take over. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Green's got it over the middle. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Dave's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Achane is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute, then you never blow up. But there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here. And we run this play in the alley. And that's good work in the whole hard and finish in the end zone.
Butker on for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Just a 4-point drive that time. And the drive finished off with a touchdown run from Devon Achane. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now out come the Jets. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. To throw, it's Lance. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Give him 30 yards there. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Carmichael taken down at the 47-yard line. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 3rd quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
He's going to loft one deep left side here, and that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Lance looks to throw again. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down at the 7th after a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. Ball on the 7th.
2nd and 3 at the Dolphins' 7-yard line.
Here's Lance to throw it. And he's got it. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Jets.
Operating from the gun. Lance under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Bradley Chubb. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Dolphins offense returning to the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
From the 41, Davis. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing his Lance on third down.
And that is incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And it's fielded at the 34.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it will be first and 10 as they take over.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of field time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I we enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we can probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
New York set to take the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Returnable here from the 38. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions. But the game certainly not taking us there.
It's clicking off right now. 94 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Again, it's Achane. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, but the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Look in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Back to throw. Davis. He goes right back to Green. He's got it complete. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Troy Anderson. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. So certainly a big mistake there, Charles. 1st and goal, and they throw the interception.
Oh, that's just agonizing for a team because you still got at least 2, maybe 3 downs in your pocket. So if it's not there on 1st down, there was no sense in trying to force something. Instead, they turn the ball over.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Wow, that ball is not free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Able to hang on to the ball this time, and in the process picks up the first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
At the 18-yard line.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty.
Ball start. Offense.
They get the USC man, Elijah Vera Tucker.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
Lance looking to throw it.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. On third down, Lance. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25.
Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Campbell making the catch. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
And 4 at the 31-yard line.
And Lance now to throw. On the out route, Dobbs brings it in.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 12. And the Jets first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
He's got Green. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Pulling a gain of 3 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Again, it's Lance. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field
as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. Here's Achane to start the drive.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Achane here, they stay on the ground.
And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on for the 5th time here today. And taken right at the 35. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47.
And the Jets will take over.
And New York set to take the field.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now Lance.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Lance going to throw.
And this is going to be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passing we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Right back to Achane on second down.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Which has a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ballgame.
Now, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Dolphins, they get win number